So finally, President Donald J. Trump confirmed the possibility of another stimulus check. You can call it stimulus rebate check, stimulus tariff check, or simply stimulus checks for Americans. Look at this. Trump is considering rebate checks for Americans funded by tariffs revenue. Now, a number of people are asking, what about the details? Means when these checks are coming, who's going to get them? Is there any eligibility criteria, and what you need to do in order to get these checks? Well, I'm gonna give you each and every detail in this very important video, but before I start the video, all I need is just a little favor. It takes 2 seconds to please smash the like button on this video. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So let's start the video with this very important confirmation from President Donald J. Trump about new stimulus rebate checks. Remember, President Donald J. Trump also shared some very crucial details, means who's going to get those checks, how he's going to fund this new stimulus package or new stimulus checks for Americans, and what is the eligibility criteria. Well, remember, a number of analysts and experts finally came up with some very important theories right here, but let's talk about the facts first. Well, the first thing is that when President Donald J. Trump talked to reporters and a reporter asked that what about the money that you're receiving, are you willing to give a little bit of that amount that you're receiving from these tariffs to American people? And President Donald J. Trump's reply shocked everyone. Well, he said, that's a very good question. I'm definitely thinking about giving a portion of these tariffs money to certain Americans. Remember, this check is not going to go to all Americans. It's going to go to the people who make certain amount of money. And you need to understand that things are very confusing right now. Americans are asking this question, what about the actual details? Well, remember that a number of analysts and experts are saying that President Donald J. Trump is thinking about giving these checks to Americans. Is he really going to do it? Well, if you remember, a few months ago, President Donald J. Trump also floated the idea of giving a one-time Doge stimulus checks to millions of Americans, and we are talking about the $5,000 worth of Doge stimulus checks. And you know what he said? He's willing to give these stimulus checks to Americans by taking the money out from that fraud, waste and abuse that Doge caught from several federal programs. And you need to understand that that idea never became the reality. And this is the biggest question right here. Right now, President Donald J. Trump is saying that he's going to give another stimulus rebate check to Americans, but how he's going to fund these checks? Well, as we all know that President Donald J. Trump placed reciprocal tariffs on many countries, and according to President Donald J. Trump, United States is going to receive huge amount of money from these tariffs. Well, some are saying in trillions. Well, if he's going to receive trillions of dollars, then it would be really easy for him to fund these stimulus checks. But in that very important reply to that reporter who asked President Donald J. Trump, what about giving this money to Americans? He said that we are thinking to give a portion from these tariffs money to American people, but it will not go to all Americans. It will go to Americans who make certain amount of income. Well, let's go back towards the Doge stimulus checks. If you remember, the Doge stimulus checks were presented in a way that these checks will go to the people who make $40,000 or more. Means the Doge stimulus checks were not meant to be for low income Americans. And now a number of analysts and experts are saying that these tariff checks or tariff rebate checks or new stimulus checks, whatever you want to call it, is for low income Americans. And if we take that Doge stimulus check and its eligibility into consideration, right here we can fairly say that these checks could go to the people who make $40,000 and less in a year. Now, remember, a number of analysts and experts are also talking about the amount of these new stimulus rebate checks, and these numbers are clearly shocking. Well, some are saying that these checks could be between $1,800 to $2,400, and these are going to be one-time checks. While at the other hand, a number of analysts are saying these are going to be reoccurring stimulus checks or reoccurring stimulus rebate checks starting from $500 all the way to $750 a month for a whole year. Well, this is indeed a very interesting theory, but you need to understand this is a theory. This is not an actual plan that has been revealed by President Trump and his administration. We are yet to see the actual details. Now, the biggest question is that is this a beginning of a new stimulus era, or this is just a political stunt or a hoax or a hope to American people, just like previous Doge stimulus checks worth $5,000. Well, right now, millions and millions of Americans are confused that are they going to receive these checks? Well, the answer is we don't know yet. We are yet to see more details from this administration. Well, if you see that anyone says that Trump is going to give these stimulus checks to Americans, then please remember that nothing is final yet. We are just in the beginning. These are some words from President Donald J. Trump during a casual talk. These are not official words from Trump administration or from Congress. Right now, we need to see that where this new idea will go. Well, it will go in the trash bin, or this will result in a new stimulus check to millions and millions of Americans. And right here, I would like to ask you a very important question. What sort of stimulus rebate checks you would like to see? It should be monthly reoccurring checks between $500 and $750 for one whole year, or one-time stimulus check with the amount of between $1,800 and $2,400. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about it and what is your opinion about it, because always remember your opinion matters the most. Right now, millions and millions of Americans are looking towards President Donald J. Trump and hoping for the best. Well, millions and millions of Americans are looking up to this administration and especially towards President Donald J. Trump. As soon as we receive more details, we will give it to you right here on Credit Viral channel. I will see you in the next video very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.